everyone, PushingUpRoses here. Today I'm talking about Aladdin for the Sega Genesis. I loved video games when I was growing up, but they were way too expensive for my family. I only received video games on special occasions like my birthday and Christmas, and I always looked forward to it. You could always tell when a wrapped Christmas gift was a Genesis game. The durable boxes that held the games were easily distinguishable. I was given Aladdin as a Christmas gift when I was 8, and I remember thinking at the time, this is the best Christmas ever! There were several video game versions of the mega popular Disney adaptation of Aladdin. Multiple platforms too. DOS, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy, the Sega Master System, and of course several shitty ports. The Genesis version was obviously the best one. Whoa. Let me just sneak in here for a minute. We're not gonna have that discussion in this video. All of the Aladdin games are pretty decent and everyone has their preference, so I see no sense in arguing about it, but I will tell you why I prefer this one over the others. Besides, arguing on the internet is a lot like eating Chipotle. It seemed like a good idea at first and then you shit everywhere. Is that what winning is to you? Shitting everywhere? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, back to it. The Genesis version is my favorite out of the Aladdin games. I enjoyed the Super Nintendo and Master System versions as well because, to be honest with you, I thought they all captured the concept and feel of Aladdin really well, and the quality of each was top-notch. The Super Nintendo version of Aladdin, developed by Capcom, is really fun and has some awesome platforming elements that provide a challenge. The Master System is also really great. It operates more like a Prince of Persia style game and follows the movie directly. It's actually like the movie was copied exactly and put into video game form. Since I think they all represent the movie in a somewhat accurate way and don't come across as soulless licensed games, I determined which one I liked the most by their gameplay mechanics and level design. Did I mention you get a sword in this version? Yeah, a motherfucking sword that you can slice up your enemies with. Nothing will stand in my way now. Murder, death, kill! Aladdin is the third best-selling Genesis game of all time, clocking in at about 4 million copies. The only games that have outsold it are Sonic the Hedgehog and its sequel. Sonic the Hedgehog sold about 15 million, Sonic 2 sold about 6 million, and considering that many of those sales were due to the purchase of the Genesis, I'd say that 4 million copies is pretty admirable. Now, Aladdin did come bundled with the Sega Genesis Model 2, but I would argue that by this point, many people had already purchased their consoles, and many of the sales were individual game sales. It also sold more units than other Disney games that were included in the Model 2 bundles, such as The Lion King and The Jungle Book. If you can't tell by what you're seeing on your picture box right now, this is an action platformer game. You kill enemies, you dodge enemies, you hop all over the goddamn place, and you fight enemies every few levels or so. If you pick up these Abu tokens, you get to play a bonus level as him.
He's got a sword! We've all got swords!
But I could never get past the one in the Cave of Wonders because bats. Can I please nominate these bats as one of the most annoying video game enemies ever? They just get up all in your grill and I can't get away from them, god damn. Two things really stand out about this game: the animations and the music that mimics the original soundtrack in a faithful way. The minute the game starts up, you're thrown into this high energy version of Prince Ali. Sounds beautiful. There are several other tracks from the movie as well, including Friend Like Me and an amazing version of Arabian Nights. Arabian Nights, like Arabian days, more often than not, are hotter than hot, in a lot of good ways. Yes. The familiar music adds a lot to the gameplay experience, which I felt was lacking in the Super Nintendo version. That version did have a couple tunes from the movie, but most of it were original tunes that I just couldn't get into. Since the SNES version was made by Capcom, it really just feels like an Aladdin-themed Super Ghouls and Ghosts, difficulty included. I also prefer these sound effects in the Genesis version, especially Aladdin's exuberant "yeah" whenever he finds an item like an extra life. The level design also appeals to me just a little bit more than the other games. I mean, look at this lovely image of Sebastian shackled to the wall. The kids are gonna love that. But just because this game was targeted at kids does not mean it wasn't challenging. The Cave of Wonders levels, especially the 2 levels after the Cave of Wonders starts caving in, were anxiety-inducing. That's not an exaggeration either. My anxiety was through the roof at one point during these levels. Navigating Aladdin through this fiery hell of lava pools and boulders falling into your face, and the music pumping in the background is so... ugh, isn't it? Man, I nearly had a panic attack after going through these levels. but I did end up getting a little bit of an endorphin high afterwards. And the following level? Oh man, the carpet ride through the cave is intense, though I have played it so much that I can get through it without dying these days. Muscle memory is serious business. Man, I'm pretty good at this game. No, I am the best at this game. Ha! I am so good. Come on, let's do this. Yeah! One of the most noteworthy things, besides the wonderful music score composed by Donald Griffin and Tommy Tallarico, are the traditional animations. They were done by legit Disney animators, and I can't even deal with how gorgeous it is. Everything about it oozes Disney's Aladdin. The music, the animations, the settings, the character design, the enemy design, the cutscenes to follow the story in the movie, everything! So much Aladdin ooze. My younger self particularly liked throwing apples at the enemies wearing loose pants. Look, Ma, I can see his underwear. I'm not sure I quite understand the logistics of how throwing an apple at someone causes their pants to fall down, but whatever. Comedy! I also really dig these flamingos. Not a very long game here, especially if you've played it so much that the challenge of the levels isn't there anymore. I can get through it in about 35 minutes, and hear you me, it is a joy-gasmic 35 minutes. Best 35 minutes of my entire life right there. Aladdin is sincerely one of my favorite games for the Genesis. I know that might sound stupid, but no. No, wait a minute, that's not stupid. Fuck that shit, it's not stupid to find this game valuable and enjoyable. Aladdin's a good game and I like it. It may not be the most profound game, but sometimes I don't want profound. It's like if I could order a huge lobster dinner tonight with elegant candlelight tables and it's expensive and chic, but I don't want that. I just want White Castle. White Castle is awesome, it's simple, it's enjoyable. It lasts an incredibly short time and when the experience is over, you're very, very sad afterwards. Because you're probably on the toilet. But then you get off the toilet and you're happy again because it tasted great. Aladdin is basically White Castle. Yeah, White Castle. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my review on Aladdin for the Sega Genesis. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos done by yours truly, there's probably one in the annotations. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's definitely going to be a great one. Social media? I don't suppose why not. Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. Let's talk about monkeys with swords. Thanks again, and see you guys in the next one.